Hey, welcome back to Chase and Son. It's Eric.
And I'm Janie.
We just arrived in Da Nang and we're going to be going on a 4-day adventure in central Vietnam. We're going to take you along with us. Yes, there's so much to share in the central region of Vietnam that we broke it up into a few different vlogs. This one will focus on the highlights of Da Nang. If you're in the central region of Vietnam and think of visiting the 3 main cities here, then you can do what we did. Basically, what we did was we positioned ourselves in Da Nang, and I think that's what we would still recommend for you guys. I've came here before on a motorbike trip, and I did the same thing. It worked out great. If you want to see that, you can click the link above. That is a central Vietnam, Da Nang, Hoi An, Hue trip on a motorbike, including the Hai Van Pass. So this time around, we're here without the motorbike, and we positioned ourselves in Da Nang, and I think it worked out really well. Da Nang's a great city to just be in here. You fly in here anyways, between Hue and Hoi An and Da Nang. This is the airport that you would typically be flying into. So it makes sense to just find a hotel here, leave your stuff here so that you don't have to be lugging it around, moving from hotel to Hoi An and Hue, right? Da Nang is more like a bigger city. Compared to Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh, it's nowhere in size, but it's still got that bigger city feel with the towers, with the scooters, with the traffic, with the restaurants, the bars, all of that stuff. So that gives you a flavor of that if you want to check out what that is. But what I do like about Da Nang is its positioning. It's right on the coast, but it's also got a river running through it. So it's a very beautiful city in that sense, the setting, and then it's got mountains at the back, which is different than Ho Chi Minh or Hanoi in that sense. You know, they're inner cities, not a coastal town. So Da Nang, that I like. And then also the thing about Da Nang is it's got a lot of modern amenities. Like I said, lots of good restaurants. You come here for the seafood. There's lots of seafood restaurants right along the beach, right along the main strip. And then also there's the bars and the clubs and stuff like that. So it's got that urban city feel, and you get a nice variety from the Hoi An, which is more that charming type of feel. Da Nang is one of the 5 largest cities in Vietnam and is the gateway to the central region. It's now dubbed as the most livable city in Vietnam. It's known for its clean environments, pristine beaches, and well-established public services. The cost of living here is relatively cheaper than Ho Chi Minh, for instance, and is relatively safer too. It's attracted a lot of Koreans and mainland Chinese because it's one of the closest tropical getaways to where they are. For travelers, it's near several UNESCO World Heritage Sites, including Hoi An, Hue, and the Mai Son Sanctuary. Now let's describe for you the different neighborhoods in Da Nang so that it can help you to decide where to stay. Okay. Okay, in terms of regions of Da Nang, you can think of it as 3 main regions, and each of them offers something different. There's the city side, which is kind of by the river, and then there's the beach side, which would be by the sea, and there's the Tra Peninsula, and that's a peninsula just north of the city. It is a completely different vibe. The Tra Peninsula is a conservation area, and only a few accommodations are there. They are higher-end resorts and ideal if you want something that's luxurious, quiet, resort style, and away from the city. So another region is what we call the beach side, and that's on the seaside. So you've got lots of beaches there. And that was named on New York Times list of 52 places to go in 2019. It extends from the Tra Peninsula at the north there, all the way to the Marble Mountains down in the south, so it's a pretty long beach. If you want beachfront hotel, then anything on or near the Vo Nguyen Gap from Nguyen Hue Chong down to Phan Tu is the best section. The further inland you go, the cheaper it gets. The international branded hotels are located further down the coast, and the most popular area with expats and digital nomads is the My An Ward, which is between Nguyen Van Tua and Phan Tu. Then the other region I talked about is Cityside, which is known as their downtown. It's defined as the area between the Han River and the airport. But the best part to stay is between the Han River Bridge and the Dragon Bridge. Han Market is the central point of this area. You have travel agents here long distance bus tickets and tours. A lot of travelers and expats do like to be in this area. And around this area, there are also some hostels if you're looking for that. Now, if you're looking for something a bit more luxurious and stuff, then north of the Han River Bridge is where you want to be. Now, on this trip, we decided to stay in this region, and we found an amazing hotel that we just fell in love with so much that we want to tell you all about it. And you know, we absolutely love this hotel that we found, Wink Hotel, right?
Yeah. There's two Wing hotels, so we chose the one on the riverside, so you get the river view, beautiful amenities.
You know, normally we don't get impressed by hotels easily, but this one, they really do it differently. The service was excellent, the location's excellent, so we definitely would recommend you check out Wink Hotel if you're finding a place in Da Nang. Anyways, we were really happy that we found this hotel on this trip, and overall we're super impressed with this hotel. It's like a boutique hotel, but the facilities are bigger than a typical boutique one. It's got a very upbeat energy with young servers. It's a very unique and upbeat vibe that you get here. It's actually a chain restaurant throughout Vietnam is what we learned. There's 2 in Da Nang. The service here is excellent. They even give you a WhatsApp number so you can reach them at any time. The laundry was excellent, it's self-serve, but then you have these machines that will email you when your load is ready, so that's pretty cool. Another great service feature that we love is that they will do a 24-hour clock check-in and check-out. This is super convenient because, for instance, if your flight arrives late and you don't get to the hotel until like 12 midnight or just before, you can actually check out at midnight the day that you leave. This is really good because a lot of times you have those late flights, but then most hotels want you to check out before noon. Then what do? You're stuck in the city with bags and nothing to do. So this 24-hour clock system is actually pretty cool. The Wing Hotel is a 4-star hotel itself. It feels like it, and the amenities and all that is, but I would say the pricing is very reasonable. They even upgraded us from the standard room, which had the inside city view, which wasn't great, to the outside rooms where there was a river view, and the view was so much better. We were just sitting in our room one night and just enjoying the view, which was awesome. You see the Dragon Bridge, you see the boats go by. It was pretty cool. The funny thing here is that there was actually 2 Wink hotels, so they look exactly the same, but just on different sides of the river. The first night when we landed, we told our driver to just take us to Wink Hotel, and unfortunately he took us to the central one. By that time, when we got upstairs to check in, that's when we realized, oh shoot, we're actually at the other location, and we had to call our driver back. So that's a tip. If you are booking at the Wink Hotel, is make sure you tell your driver which one, or show them the exact address. Look at that, Caitlin's got a bunk there. You gotta show Kirsten, she's gonna love it. And then Janie and I is here, and we got a cool little ensuite there. Very cool, I love the family suite. So there's the Dragon Bridge over there. And then over there is Wink Hotel, number 2. We actually went to that one by mistake. And then we had to call the driver back to get us over on this side of the river. The 2 buildings look exactly the same. Wow, this breakfast looks super fancy. That's what I love about the breakfasts in Southeast Asia. Much better than ours in North America. Look at this offering. There's like everything. You got your noodles and fried rice, curry, Vietnamese banh cuon. You got congee with lots of different addings, bread, traditional North American pastries and stuff. Look at that, eh? Ice cream, drinks, fruits. A nice coffee machine here. You pick what you want, even matcha milk tea. I'm gonna try that. Look at the station here. Pretty cool. And then they have a noodle bar. Oh, looks so good, yummy.
You want to try?
Yeah. He's making me a pho right now, and I'm picking the veggies that I want. A little bit more. Thank you, come on. Nothing like a nice fresh bowl of pho in the morning. Yeah. For you? Yes, come on. And you want condiment here? Oh, yes, okay. Of course, you gotta have the condiments. Lots of onions. That's the way to eat it. Some garlic, possibly. And squeeze some lime, and it's perfect. Wow, what a breakfast. Love it. Look at that. Okay, we gotta have the fruits, of course. Red dragon fruit, papaya. And what is this again?
Passion fruit.
Passion fruit.
Is it sweet?
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Danang doesn't have any like real big sites except for, I guess, two. One is Banh Hills, which is like an amusement park almost. It's up in the mountains. It's probably about 30-45 minutes away. The famous thing there is this big kind of bridge that they built with two big Buddha hands. But there's much more to that. You do pay admission, and I would dedicate a whole day for that. So if you only have 3 days, you probably don't have enough for Banh Hills. We didn't have enough time for that. But if you have more than that, dedicate a whole day to Banh Hills. They build lots of buildings and everything up in the mountains. If you're coming in the winter though, it is cold, so bring an extra jacket. And yeah, taking the sights there, you ride a gondola up, and then there's a whole kind of amusement park playground up there. It's not exactly just for kids, it is good for adults too. So it's that type of park. The Tra Peninsula is the northernmost tip of Danang. It's actually a conservation area with a nature reserve where there are many monkeys. This is why it's also called Monkey Mountain. In fact, over 60% of Tra Peninsula are primeval jungles. The main highlight of this area though would be the large Guanyin statue, which is a white lady Buddha statue, and it's the tallest in Vietnam. It's become the iconic representation of Danang, just like the Christ statue is in Rio. One thing to note, if you are thinking of entering the temples here, just know that they would not allow shorts in here. So either wear pants, or if you are stuck in shorts visiting here, then they do have cover-ups that they can give you at the door of the temple. So if you're curious what's up here, it's more than the Guanyin. Of course, the Guanyin statue, the biggest in Vietnam, is the reason why everyone comes up here. But if you're also practicing Buddhism, there is a working temple here. There's monks and all of that, so you can come here and pray. Also, there's the pagoda, and there's other things to do. And I don't think there was even admission. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, there's no admission, so you might as well come up here, check out the view if you're not religious with Buddhism, and if you are, then there's lots for you to do here. It is a very popular tourist site. You can see there's a lot of people, but if you are into Buddhism, then it's really good. There's a temple here. This one, the claim to fame here is it's the biggest and tallest Guanyin in Vietnam. It's 67 meters tall, but also because it's perched up on a mountain, it makes it really tall also, and you get a gorgeous view overlooking Danang. So if you pay attention to the Guanyin, the face is very well done, looking very peaceful and serene. And then also you pay attention to the eyes, it looks like it's actually staring at you peacefully. Very compassionate, empathetic way, full of love and full of peace. If you like natural stone, then you should definitely check out the stone carving village in Danang. There are many stone carvers here, and this is one that we visited on our trip. Okay, so we're gonna go check out how they carve stone and carve marbles here. Oh, okay. Wow, everything by hand.
A little big machine to cut the shape, and a small to make the detail clearly. And you do by hand.
This one's going to Tampa Bay, Florida. Going worldwide. Oh, okay.
Carving by the precision hammer.
Oh,
After that, they use the small tool. They make the detail clearly. And finish the woman they polishing. different kinds of juice. That's in
Beautiful, this one. Look at this dragon. This one's not finished yet, still needs to be polished, but it's gorgeous. And look at this eagle. Look at the intricate details on this carving. The Marble Mountains is a group of 5 marble mountains that you can take an elevator up and to explore multiple caves, viewpoints, and elaborate temples. It's just 20 minutes south of Da Nang and right where the stone carving village is, so it's a great site to combine together. A word of warning though, there are a lot of steps here to climb, so if you are not at your best health, then you'll miss out on a lot of the areas to explore because of those steps. What you could do is take the elevator up and then stay in the 1 or 2 areas just adjacent to the elevator. There won't be much steps there at all, but just know that you won't be doing the caves or seeing the viewpoints. Here's an interesting fun fact that I learned about the mountains in this area. So we're up here in Marble Mountain now. We took the elevator, and the story with Marble Mountain is that in the past, all of the rich people would just carve up this mountain, take back slabs of marble for themselves. That's why if you look at it, that mountain there, you see all those lines there, that's where they carved out. And even on this side, underneath is the parking lot. That's where it was all carved out. It was a much bigger mountain. And then eventually, of course, the government said, hey, that can't happen. So they put a stop to it and they banned it and made it into a tourist site. So this is a basically a setting of how Buddha became Buddha, the Enlightenment, where he was meditating for 49 days.
And now this is Hell Gate.
Kai says we're going to Hell Gate. Why do they call it Hell Gate?
Hell is, it's called the tunnels. Look like a tunnel, so you have to go through inside.
Oh.
And it's dark.
So this is basically like a cave that you're going to be walking and climbing through. I guess that's why they call it Hell Gate.
Other tunnel also called the Hell Gate.
Oh, the other one also called
Yes,
Hell Gate?
Hell Gate also. The other one which you saw beginning, yeah, called Hell Gate, because the inside is dark. Sometimes you hear the echo of the rain and the...
So it feels like hell, that's
yeah,
why.
it feels like a bit like...
Wow, look at that. Yep. This is big. So those are by the US bomb, those holes?
Oh yes, yes.
So before it was all closed?
It's closed.
Oh.
During the war, they keep the weapon.
They keep the weapon here?
The military. Near the ocean, you know the Ho Chi Minh Trail?
Yeah.
And the Sea Trail, you know Sea Trail?
Yeah.
Sea Trail like đường biển. Yeah, they also keep giving the weapon along the way to give for the VC in the South fighting back to the US. They call American, they're the king of the sky and they know where the people hiding.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is worse than the 500 stairs. It's so steep.
Almost there, almost there. Almost in sea view.
That is a big sea view.
Okay.
Careful. Yeah.
Getting up to the view. There is a road around the back side of the cave that makes it easier. Or if you want to venture, you can climb through this very narrow slit of a cave. But when you get up here, you get this view.
Are we staying right there?
No.
And this is what you get. Woo. This pagoda is actually a better view, I think, than those two sea view spots, and it's less crowded, less people. It's probably the furthest, that's why you see less people. But yeah, if you're looking for sea view, I would say skip those ones early on and head down to this last pagoda here. So that's the pagoda that we just, it's actually a watching tower, they call it. Vong Gia Dai. If you like to experience that authentic Vietnamese shopping experience, then you have to take in one of their local markets. If you're looking for the biggest and most famous, that would probably be the Canh market with over 2,000 stalls. Besides the typical stuff that you'll find in Vietnamese markets, it has a variety of souvenirs, but also local products that are suitable as gifts. Another popular market, especially with travelers, is the Han market. It's very convenient due to its central location close to Han River Bridge. Besides the typical stuff that you find in the Vietnamese markets, both locals and travelers will come here for the clothes and accessory shopping. Okay, so we just went out of the Han market. This is in the Korean district, that's why it's called the Han market. There's a lot of Korean people here, that's natural. But it's like any other local market. You buy fruits, clothes, you know, cheap China stuff. So yeah, if you want to see the authentic flavor, you can try it out. One thing that the Han market's known for is their avocado ice cream, so we're gonna go try it out now. Okay, so this guy's gonna make our avocado ice cream. It's famous here. Our local tour guide recommended us, so we gotta try it out. So basically it's not really what I thought avocado ice cream. It's avocado smoothie and then they add ice cream and then they add coconut. They're supposed to mix it all together. There's the avocado smoothie with ice cream and coconut, and then you try it. Yummy, really creamy. No wonder people like it here. Okay, so Janie ordered the sour sop. And that's not ice cream though, that's smoothie. Sour sop smoothie. How's it?
I like it.
Yeah? Very sweet.
Very sweet, but
Wow.
yeah.
It's all natural though. In most Southeast Asian countries, you'll find that their night markets offer the best variety of food. Vietnam is no different. One of the bigger and more popular one is Son Tra Night Market. And it just happens to be only a few blocks from the Wink Hotel that we booked. Also, it's right beside the Dragon Bridge, and what happens with the Dragon Bridge every weekend is that it would spit fire from the dragon's mouth. And it's quite a popular site, so you can definitely just hang out at the night market and then head over to the bridge when the time is right for that.
Where we were situated, we were really close to the night market, so we went to check out that, and it was like quite an experience if you're into, you know, seafood and eating. So at the night market is amazing. We had this like big seafood platter, you know, for $1 million dong, which is like really nice. They gave you 6 lobsters, like, and throw in a lot of other like different seafood. And just cook it for you right there. It's just amazing. So I highly recommend checking out the night market and have the seafood there.
And like most night markets, you should be bargaining. So we did that too. They just kept on throwing food in there as we bargained. So we got a good deal. It was fun. So we're in their night market. It's really big and their food section is awesome. You got live seafood they show you. So they'll cook it for you once you order as a set, and then you can either have a barbecue or hot pot. Very yummy. All right, this is seafood round 2. Barbecued lobster with garlic, right? Whoa! Alright, the last one is oysters. Wow! Very awesome. What are you doing, Evelina?
I'm washing my hands after eating the lobster.
Very resourceful. Don't waste it.
Vietnam style. After the seafood feast, we went for some ice cream crepe, which was very unique and tasty. You can see how they make it here. And Evelina can testify that it is super yummy. Just like the night markets, Vietnamese coffee stands out as an iconic feature of Vietnamese food culture. You will see people drinking coffee in the morning right through to the late evening. So when you're here, you have to try it at least once. Coffee shops are all over, so it's not hard to find. So we're sitting cafe street side. This one's really neat. It's just outside of the Korean town, and it's called Cafe Utik, I think. Is it called Utik? Is that how you pronounce it? Anyways, there's Utik, and it's a very neat decor. It's got a corner stall so you can sit outside, or you can sit inside, and it's quite a nice interior. So we're gonna enjoy my Cafe Mui, which is a salted coffee. I love that thing so much. It's my third one already in 2 days.
No, they probably did over there. So hateful.
Look at the seafood place. You can pick your own seafood. That's their Asian style crab, very popular in Hong Kong.
Probably it's a
And you've got fish over there. Lobsters, that's their menu, so just order. These places are very common in Da Nang here, and a lot of them you're sitting like right by the water. This is by the river. I've seen some by the ocean. And then you just order and they'll cook it for you. So this is chicken feet, but they took the bones out and it's spicy. This is seafood fried instant noodles. Look at that, escargot. Ooh, my favorite. Look at this one. Ooh, this is a giant one. Wow. And this is steamed clams. Caitlin's little clamshell tower. There are many different types of noodle dishes in Vietnam. The most popular one that everyone's heard of is pho, but it's worth exploring other types. One of our favorites is Banh, which is a thick rice noodle dish with soup. That looks so good.
So this is Banh, is Vietnamese type of round noodles, rice noodles. So there's many different versions. You can have it with, this is like a fish cake with prawns. And then, yeah, they put another garlic in there for you. And you can have it with just pork bones, just prawns, or you can mix with everything. And there's one that is come with like, it's a special that it has like everything.
I have that one. This is it. There you go. So that's got a bit of everything. Yeah.
So,
What are we adding here?
pepper, black pepper.
Black pepper, okay. Yummy.
Yeah.
What else do we have?
Do you need that spoon?
Oh, we also have, is this garlic?
Yeah, a kind of like a marinated,
Oh, yummy. Colorful.
marinated garlic with chili pepper, garlic. So these are very good. And if you like spicy, you can also add this, which is like pure chili
With fish sauce.
fish sauce. And then this is like also minced chili.
Mix it together.
Mix it together.
Okay, so this actually comes with Chinese donuts too. Janie doesn't like to eat it, but I'm gonna try it and see what it tastes like. If you're looking for a restaurant that is a bit more upscale than your typical food stall, then there are a few in Da Nang. The one that we went to was Madame Lan at the northern end of town. They serve traditional Vietnamese dishes in an authentic Vietnamese decor. Although it's more expensive than the typical food stalls and such, it's still considered cheap when you compare it to North American prices. So it's definitely worth checking out when you're here. Here's the location on Google Maps so you can find it easily. Da Nang is truly a beautiful city and very unique one within Vietnam. There's lots to do here and lots to eat, which is what we love. If you've been here before, then please drop a comment and tell us where your favorite place was so that we can share with other travelers.
We hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to subscribe and like our channel for more upcoming food and travel adventures.
See you in the next one.